Hey friends, your boy Seth here, taking a look at Legend of Grimrock, or rather the Switch version of Legend of Grimrock, which I think is available now, the time this video is going live. So you should be able to pick it up. There's a purchase link in the video description. If you check out this video, decide you like it and want to check it out for yourself, it's available for $14.99 on the US eShop at least, and again, purchase link in the description. I want to send a big thanks to Almost Human, the developers who passed along a code for us to check this out. I really enjoyed Legend of Grimrock when this came out on PC back in 2012. It's been a long... I don't think I've played this game since then. There was a sequel also that I liked even more, and I did ask the devs if there were plans to bring the sequel to Switch, and they were kind of like, this was just like a fun project. We just wanted to see if we could get the first one on Switch. I think this is this game's console debut. I think it's only been on PC and like iOS and stuff before now. So this is pretty exciting. This is like kind of an old school dungeon crawler. So we're just going to get right into it. I'm going to show you all what this game is all about. Difficulty, we've got easy, normal, and hard. Scales monster damage, speed, and aggressiveness in combat. Create characters. We're going to leave this disabled. You can create your characters and customize your characters. We're just going to go with a predetermined party for the purposes of this video. And then old school mode turns off auto mapping completely. Arm yourself with a stack of grid paper and pencils and be prepared to get lost in the dungeons. Beware, you can't change this setting after starting the game. So yeah, if you want like a truly old school, this is a grid-based old school dungeon crawler. So if you really want to like have that old school experience and have no auto mapping at all, you can do that. But we're just going to start a new game with the default settings. Mount Grimrock. The setup for this game is pretty cool. A towering spire looms above the clouds, a weathered rock that has stood tall for ages, longer than the histories of men have been written. It is a desolate place now, only remembered when things need to be discarded and forgotten. An airship struggles to gain altitude as it floats towards the peak. Four prisoners bound by heavy chains emerge from the ship. The court accuses them of terrible treasonous deeds, but by the grace of the king their crimes shall be forgiven atop Mount Grimrock. Their final trial is at hand. Numerous prisoners have received their pardons here, yet none have returned to live their life in freedom. They are at the very top of the world, and below them only darkness and justice awaits. As they are plunged down the open maw at the peak, their crimes are absolved. Everyone before them has perished in the guts of the mountain, but will you be able to lead them through the dark and to the freedom that awaits at the base of Mount Grimrock? Yeah, so basically we have some prisoners who are absolved of their crimes on the condition that they can survive Mount Grimrock and escape to the bottom of the peak. It's a cool little setup, I think, for a game. We've got a party of 4 here. And let's see, what's in this opening? This is a grid-based dungeon crawler. So, like, if you're, like, old-school grid-based dungeon crawlers, I'm thinking of, like Dungeon Master and stuff like this. Old, like, PC games. We're going to take this torch. Yep, that's going to open it up. We can equip it. Choose your fate, perish in the cell, or pick up the torch. Yeah. Yeah, this is like you're moving one grid space at a time. It's very kind of like slow and methodical. And I gotta be honest, man, I told the team at Almost Human this when the port was announced, and I was chatting with them just over email. I'm just glad that this game is coming to Switch. I have a real soft spot for this game. So we're going to go ahead and equip some clothes. We put a cudgel on Kontar Stone Skull here, and he's got a cudgel in one hand and a torch in the other. Pretty straightforward stuff. You can open and close the inventory with X. You can pull up your map. I think it's, yeah, with minus here. And the game, because I'm doing the auto mapping, we can do that. We can put a marker on one of the grid spaces if we want to. So yeah, good stuff to note. Let's go ahead and press on. The intro sort of level is pretty straightforward. So pressure plates, these are a big thing. I'm going to step on, it's going to open the gate, but oh no, if I step off of it, it closes. So what do? Well, I just picked up a rock. If I drop it, that'll keep weight on it, and I can keep moving. So, yeah, it's just like, you know, it's that kind of game. There's a brass key, assuming that's going to open a door here pretty soon. There's another rock. Pick that up just for the sake of using it. Yep, here is said door. Another thing worth noting, they did let me know via email that there would be a sort of, not day one, okay, another lock, but a sort of like, within the first few days of launch, there would be a patch coming out. Loose rock. Yeah, so you see this little loose rock here? We can press it. Opens up a secret door. Oh, I love this, man. That right there is what, that feeling right there is what this game is all about. Pushing in a loose rock and, oh yeah. Very good. Very cozy vibes, man. I don't know about y'all where y'all live, but it's quite cold outside where I'm at, and this is just what the doctor ordered, man. So to attack, hold ZL, choose an attacker by pressing Y, X, A, or B. We're gonna go ahead and just attack with our cudgel here. Yeah, so there's a day, an early sort of launch window patch coming where you're going to be able to, it's like a couple little quality of life things that I think are being patched, like the ability to close the menu with B rather than X, which doesn't really bother me, but I understand that a lot of people are going to instinctively try to close like the menus with B and stuff. Get you a snail slice. Leather pants and a knife, which, what's the difference in attack? Oh, the cudgel's way better than the knife, but the accuracy is a lot worse. You know, we'll hit, I'll put the cudgel on him, because I would rather be more accurate. That works. That's all fine. I also need to worry about, you see everybody's got a food meter. So you do have to pay attention to that. The food, it kind of works like how it does in Minecraft. Like your food meter depletes as other resources regenerate. But there's also the function to rest if we need to, which can be dangerous if you rest in the wrong situation. So we try to be pretty cautious. There's a throwing knife of how we rest. So we should at least be able to hit this guy a little bit more accurately now. If you notice, the dude that is on my A button, his hand is glowing. Actually, I wonder if I can show you guys the runic menu already. Oh, there's another one. I didn't even see that guy behind him. Yeah, okay. So there are special runes. You have to know like the combinations and like the certain skills in order to cast magic, but the way magic works in this game is actually pretty neat. And I can't remember, you might even, I want to say you're going to find a scroll, like, within the first level here. But, like, you have to, if you know, like, what, you know, what runes to use in like, which succession you can cast the spell. And I think you can even technically cast something like, the starting, like, fireball spell. You might actually be able to cast that straight away, if I remember right, but I don't remember the combination for it. It's just been so long since I've played this game. Some more sort of basic equipment, loincloth. It's better than nothing. We've also got a few pieces of food here, which is good. And these two up front are our frontline attackers. So if I put a melee weapon in the two bottom characters' hands, they're not going to be able to reach. They're going to need some sort of ranged attacks. Which I could put the throwing knife in her hand, but it is a limited resource. I do have 4 pieces of food here, so everybody can eat. Let's go ahead and let everybody eat. There you go. Now everybody has eaten. Peasant's breeches. Might as well. Little extra protection for my frontline folks. Cool. Let's see. Where haven't we been? There's a little pathway up there. I think we're looking for another key. Is that right? Yeah. So we want to go here. I'm sure it is beyond there, but let's just explore this. Pitroot bread. What's that bread from Lord of the Rings called? Like I'm gonna sound stupid. To close the pit, something needs to fly. Right. We need to use a rock, and I think. How do you throw the rock? I might need to actually make it the only thing I have equipped. I might need to put it like in my main hand. Yeah. Okay. There we go. We did it. Go ahead and put my stuff back on. So that's how you throw stuff. And they, by like modern design standards, people are going to look at this and think it's, clunky or whatever, but like, it's kind of the point. Like, this is an old school game, man, and it's just one of those things, like, you're either here for that or you're not. And, personally, I find it quite cozy. Oh, right. Yeah, this part of the dungeon splits off into 2, and we need to find, I think, 2 gemstones that, heal my sight, that slot into that statue's eyes. So let's go explore this path first. Oh, we got 2 of them. Can we just lure them here? Come this way, guys. Yeah, that should work. Come this way. All good. Although, I don't know that I want to do that, though, because I do kind of want the experience still. And these guys are fairly easy to kill, at least for now, so... Come on. So while it might be tempting to go ahead and just drop them through the trapdoor, tempting though that may be, I think I'm going to actually take the time to kill them, because there are going to be enemies later that are not this easy to kill. And if I wanted, I could sort of, move around and get all crazy, get all fancy. But you want to be careful when you're doing maneuvers like that, because this is grid-based. It can be very easy to get yourself cornered. And you don't want that, obviously. Getting cornered is like the worst thing that can happen to you in this game, to be fair. Okay, so we killed all of those dudes. Is there anything down these pathways? Yeah, it's just like, to me, there's just something, this just reminds me of playing like Old PC games. Okay, yeah, there was a fireball scroll. This just reminds me of playing like old PC games with my dad. How do I look at this? Could it be that I have to have it in this person's inventory to look at it? Yeah, human mage, level 1. I have 2 points in spellcraft and 2 points in fire magic. So I do imagine that I can use this, but I just don't know how to use the, I just don't know how to use the actual scroll. Could it be that I have to equip it? Let's see. Move cursor, cast, erase. I know there's a way to, like, read, because what this scroll will have... Do I look at... here we go. Okay, so all you do is you just look at info, and it'll tell you... yeah, required skill, fire magic 2, and you only need that one rune at the top left. So there are going to be spells later on in the game that have much more complex rune patterns than that, but that teaches you how to cast the fireball. So good to know. So now, like whenever we want to cast fireball, we would just do this. We'd pull up the rune menu, we would do that, and we'd hit cast. I'm not going to cast it right now because and we can even sort of bank that. But I'm going to save that for later. In fact, I think there are some enemies coming up that fire is like super effective to. IIRC. So we'll hang on to that for now. Hi, buddy. And I'm going to save my energy with that character for those enemies, which I believe are on the other side of this dungeon. And maybe we'll just sort of, you know, progress a little bit, get through that door, kind of give you guys a feel for what this game is like, and then we'll wrap up the video. There's our first gem. Oh, right. I think I can fit our rocks through there. That works. Okay. Let's head back. Go ahead and slot the gem that we just picked up into here. There's one gem down. Now we need to go here. Let me go ahead and save. That's another thing that I recommend, is I recommend saving with some frequency. Yep, these are the guys I thought. I'm actually going to go ahead and prepare this for when he walks in front of me. Come on. You know you want to. There he is. Whoops. Make sure you have left trigger held. Yeah. These guys are mean if you don't know how to cast spells. Okay, so that person's pretty low on energy, so what I might actually do is just close that, let their energy recover a little bit. I could rest, but I run the risk, if I rest for too long, I run the risk of, I think enemies actually can respawn if I rest for too long, and we don't want that, obviously. Let's see, what else? What do we have here? We have this cloak. What does this do? Evasion +2. That's good for a frontliner. Delicious mushroom commonly found in damp underground caves. The legendary master chef of Nothampton Palace values them highly as an important ingredient in his finest soups. I did get another throwing knife somewhere along the way, so that'll help a little. Now this dude is ready to party. I'm just going to let his magic recover a little bit more, and I might even make another safety save. Because what you really don't want is you really don't want to die. Yeah, pro tip from All In Media, you don't want to die. Yeah. Not too bad. Not too shabby so far. I think there's one more. I think this is our last one in here. And then we can grab the gemstone. We probably could actually just juke this person and run around them if we wanted to. And sometimes that's actually a viable strategy. But we're just gonna wait for a little bit and let our energy come back a little. Food levels are still good on everyone. In fact, I might just go ahead and move some of these food pieces around a little bit. Does anybody not have pants equipped? There you go. Do a little inventory management while I wait. Let him recover a little bit of health. Cool. Should be enough. Oh, there's another one. I was afraid of that. I didn't know how many there were. Yeah, this game can be mean like that. There can definitely be like some situations where you just have like a situation where you have to, you know, deal with a bunch of like enemies at once that are, you know, sometimes pretty powerful. Can I grab this? Oh no, I locked myself out. Okay, that's alright. We're just gonna have to deal with it. Got our throwing knife back. We should be able to pull this off. Yeah, okay. That wasn't so bad. There's our gem that we need. Did I lose my torch? Or my torch must have burnt out somewhere along the way. Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and drop it for now. I could pick up another torch a little bit later. Tar bead. A rare herb that grows in swamps and other moist areas. It is known for its potent healing properties. Oh, that's good. Can I use it on this dude? Or no, I probably have to use it later on. That's fine. Let's go ahead and do this. Now, how do I open this? That's the question. Actually, here's a good torch. I can go ahead and just take that. Let's see. Some sort of button around here. Oh, lever. There we go. Alright, and there's our second gem. What did that do? maybe that's there is a failsafe in case you lock yourself in there. Like in case you left one of the mushroom people alive and they Oh. It wasn't. We found a secret. Let's go. I don't remember that. I love that. Okay. A little bit of a stronger dagger. I like that. And we found some more ingredients. Very good. Okay, well, let's head back and put this gemstone into the main room. Oh, hi. Fancy seeing you here. All right, so what I might actually wind up doing, what's the attack 19 versus 16, accuracy -3 versus -7? That seems better, but I think I'm also going to put the shield on this dude. Give him that little extra protection. Let's see, I might move Cudgel back to him. Accuracy only -1, not bad for much more attack. Yeah, that seems pretty strong. Everybody's food levels are still pretty good. Very good. Let's go ahead and save. And this might actually be a good place to call it for this video, but let's maybe see. Maybe we'll get a little tiny bit further, but I don't want to overstep. What's the scroll that we just got? Just a regular scroll. Doors of Iron. Great rewards can be found behind this door. To gain access, look carefully for small details and use your wits. Okay, well, first of all, there's that. I don't know what that did, but we found a little... Here we go. Ah, wand. Another scroll, too. This magical staff is a powerful weapon when wielded by a potent mage. Well, good thing we've got our mage here. Very good. And I don't know if, does this still just bring up the... Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, I'll go ahead and save. Oh, that's a save point as well. So there you go. That works. Touch to regain health and restore life. Yep. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, that seems like a great place to sort of end off the video here. That's been The Legend of Grimrock. This game is great, and if you're into, like, these sort of very, you know, thoughtful, old-school dungeon crawlers, something that you can really just kind of get lost in and just, like, sink your teeth into for a while, this comes highly recommended. If memory serves... This is a sort of like 15 to 20 hour-ish thing. I don't think it's like overly long. I remember sort of playing through this over a weekend when it first came out on PC, and I really, really like it. I hope if the team at Almost Human is watching this, and I've said this to them via email, but you know, y'all should support this if this is the kind of game that interests you and that you like. I would encourage y'all to support this and kind of show them that there is viability in porting Grimrock 2 to the Switch, because that game is even better. Like, I do love this game, but Grimrock 2 is even better, and I would love to see that come over to Switch. So, again, if this is your type of game, if anything that you've seen here has interested you, $14.99 on the US eShop. There's a purchase link down below for you to check that out. Again, big thanks to Almost Human, who has allowed us to, you know, showcase the game for y'all. We'll be chatting about it also on our weekly Nintendo podcast, All In, a Nintendo podcast. If you didn't know, we do a weekly Nintendo variety show where we talk about indie games every single week, which is on all the podcast feeds. You can find links to it in the video description as well. And yeah, for more Nintendo video content like this, you are already in the right place, all in right here on YouTube. So be sure, of course, to like and subscribe before you head out. And yeah, we will see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.